Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Shoot Some Shale. As we've got some stuff to talk about. I'm joined by Mr. Dill. How are we doing this evening, sir?
Yeah, not too bad much. The season's getting closer, which is very nice.
It's about time, really, isn't it? It's been a long time since August.
It has. It's been a while.
Yes, it has, sir. You are very correct indeed.
It has been known to happen from time to time.
Got a point. Anyway. Cup draw.
That was something.
Need I say more?
That was something. A lot of backlash to that. A lot of backlash.
I don't see the big problem with it.
It's got people talking.
People wanted the cup draw so that they could see it, so it wasn't rigged. So you got that, and now people are talking and saying it should go back to how it used to be.
Rigged.
Which, if we went back to how it used to be,
Paul would have had Plymouth.
They'd be facing Plymouth in the preliminaries.
Yes, they would. Instead of Scunthorpe. I bet that's a joy for you as a Scuddy fan, innit?
It's alright, we're going to do it, we're going to smash them.
Depends when it is. I think there's every chance if it's early in the season, to be honest.
I have every faith in them to do the job. Pool fans think it's going to be a walkover, and I don't think it'll quite be a walkover. I think it'll be a run over instead.
Ye of little faith.
Oh, I have more faith in Father Christmas bringing me a big sack every Christmas now.
The draw though, done by somebody outside of Speedway, but it's gained publicity.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. Even if it is bad publicity, it's not bad publicity. It's nice to see that the sport has gone down a different route to do this, and it's fitting in a way to the slightly older audience who may have more of an idea of what she is and what she's been in. Or for those of us that used to buy the Sun.
The shit rag paper.
Just leave page 3 out.
But
all we need.
Like people have said on social media, if that draw had been done by someone within Speedway, it wouldn't have got the traction. It's been absolutely everywhere, shared all over the place because of who did it. So, did it serve its purpose? Yeah.
It has done, really.
It has. And there's some interesting meetings. The reigning Cup champions are in the preliminary rounds. Or round.
Yeah, the last 2 Knockout Cup champions are in the...
Oh, yeah, Scunny won it, yeah.
The quarter final qualifier,
prelims,
really.
Yeah. And then the winner of that gets to face Oxford, so that's fun.
What the Oxford? I'll poke and have it then. Facing Oxford once in a year is more than enough. But yeah, I can also tell you now that Bonnie Blue's doing the draw next year, and she's going to be at every Championship Knockout Cup meeting as well.
Her and her van.
She's got that van, it can drive her absolutely everywhere. Plenty of good rides in that van. Plenty.
Yes, she can. What do you make of that draw?
Well, I understand Plymouth are a little bit peed off that they don't have to travel half hour to Poole. Instead, they've got to get on an helicopter to go to the Glasgow Tigers.
Yeah, gotta go to the other side of the country, haven't they? Or the UK.
There's there is some very interesting meetings. I'm quite intrigued to see how Berwick Workington.
That's the one that stands out to me as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And then you've got battle of the lesser teams in Edinburgh and Redcar.
I was going to say, I think Redcar are going to be up there.
I'm just going by the general opinion of Speedway supporters. and having a lot of pals up at Redcar, they don't think that Redcar team's going to do much.
But,
But we'll see. I mean, it might win at Scunny again. Who knows?
And everybody wins at Scunny, apart from Scunny. Last year, at least.
And Workington. Workington got battered twice.
That did, yeah.
Everybody else, I think, beat. Oh, everybody else barring Plymouth. Plymouth didn't beat us.
Plymouth are a lot better team this year, though. For me, they're a team that are going to be slept on.
I hope Winchester's not watching this. Plymouth make the playoffs for me, I think. I can't remember where I've put them in the predictions, but we'll change it. Plymouth are in the playoffs.
And we mentioned the predictions. We'll be doing those sometime next month. We'll start with the championship once the last couple of Scunny riders are announced. And is it Workington that are still going to announce as well?
Yeah.
But once they're done, we will be doing predictions for that. It's really difficult at this point, though, because certain teams you look at in that league and you think there are going to be changes early on. So maybe it'll be a case of having to do a mid-season predictions update.
Yeah. I mean, we can say something now, 2 months before the season, and then come June, it's just all goes flips upside down. You never know, Scuddy might be top of the league and Paul might be bottom.
You never do know. National League, the AGM was done. We saw some announcements made. Oxford have confirmed their full team. I don't think much of that team.
They've got a very good top four that will do well at home.
I think they've got a good top three. Ashton Vale went really crap last year, so I think they've got a brilliant top two. Senna Summers went in the right direction. I'd put him up there. I think the bottom four are awful.
Having Max Broadhurst in the top five, this is no disrespect to Max, he's just shit.
Yeah.
But having him in the top five, Harry Fletcher will improve in that team. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's the issue of opting to use Jody Scott, though, isn't it? On an average just shy of 11, when you've got 42 points to play with, you have to make allowances elsewhere.
Exactly. Well, that Oxford team is just an NDL version of what Scunny is in the Championship, innit? Really?
Yeah, I don't think that retains the title they've won.
And I'm surprised Jody's opted to do all three leagues.
I'm surprised Jody's not stayed with Kings Lynn. I think he would have benefited more racing on his Premiership track more.
Well, who knows?
He's in a
We
very
can ask
we can ask him. He's in a very awkward position because his Premiership team has a National League team and his Championship team have a National League team, but he's riding for a different National League team to either of them.
Well, we could ask him this question on Thursday when he comes and joins us, so make sure you bloody tune in.
Yeah, 7 o'clock Thursday we'll be joined live by Jody Scott. I'm looking forward to that one. There's so much to talk about with him.
Yes, there is.
And, you know, our interviews usually start from 2025. Jody starts from 2024.
Time travel. Respect it.
I do think it's... personally, I'd have gone with... I can see why he's not with Middlesbrough. If the... You know, well, some of the Middlesbrough team we know is to be correct, then... But I think he'd have probably benefited doing 2 leagues at Kings Lynn. I think more bike time around Kings Lynn, the better, I think, for him.
I'll be honest with you, I think Jody's outgrown the National League.
And it's mad to say that because he only started with National League and National Trophy teams last season before we got very busy.
It is sort of weird to say because I think he's only been professionally racing, 2 years, 3 years tops? But yeah, for me, he's outgrown the National League. I don't really think he needs it, but with the pressures of the top league, I suppose it's good to have that National League confidence booster.
Yeah, and it's mad to say that we think he's outgrown it when riders like Alfie Botel, Jack Smith and Jake Mulford are all in it, but all three of those that are more experienced don't have Premiership teams, and one of them doesn't have a Championship team either.
That one that apparently turned down Scunny, even though it turned out to be bollocks.
Yeah,
That one.
That's the one. Jake Mulford. We mentioned Jake Mulford. He's gone to Kings Lynn for the young stars. That would, to me, suggest that obviously Jody's not there. Jake Mulford, possibly Cooper Russian to be their other heat leader.
I mean, judging by
Although he's got Poland as well, hasn't he?
He has. But judging by the Kings Lynn press release, there is a number 1 coming at Kings Lynn because it says that Jake's going to start at 5.
So it could be Cooper Russian.
With every chance it'll be Cooper Russian.
And he was really good around there in the National Trophy last season.
He was good everywhere.
He was, yeah. Is he taking on too much though, Kings Lynn? And he's with Kings Lynn in the Premiership, ain't he? So much like Jody Scott has opted to go elsewhere. I think Cooper would benefit from racing for the young stars as well.
But I think, again, Cooper's a good lad, and he is quite level-headed. But
is it too much?
It's too much too soon.
So there is a bit of a loophole with the Poland stuff. He's got a Poland squad. He's in the under-24 squad though, so it's not a guaranteed ride every week. And I think they've signed him to build to the future maybe with him. I don't expect him to have too many meetings out there this year.
Well, no. I mean, I don't think Luke had too many meetings, to be fair, when he was with Lublin. But Luke, I shouldn't really say this. Andy, if you're going to sack me, at least do it properly. Luke's still owed money from Lublin from 2 years ago.
Yeah, Poland is good if you're a top rider, but that's not the first case of younger riders being owed money from Poland. They'll happily pay through the nose for the likes of Bartek and that, but the youngsters who need the money and are on a fraction of what the big boys are on aren't getting paid.
No.
And that's problematic.
Poland's not the promised land everybody makes it out to be.
No, I can't believe that, to be honest. Buxton's too. Alfie Botel, Jack Smith. Birmingham connections there with both of them.
Birmingham connections. Birmingham manager.
It's basically Birmingham in Buxton, ain't it, at the moment? It's Birmingham at Buxton.
That's literally what it is. The track staff are Birmingham, the equipment's Birmingham. I think you probably have to correct me on that one. Your volunteers are Birmingham.
The air fence is Birmingham's.
Paco Castagna's going to ride for Buxton in the National League now. We'll trip up.
I'd probably expect some of the Bulls team from Lawrence's National Trophy team last season. I'd suspect that Aaron Butcher will probably be there. We obviously know that Darryl Richings is with Oxford. We know that Tom Spencer is elsewhere as well. That's not been confirmed yet though. But it will be interesting to see how they build with those top two now.
Yeah, 100%, sir. 100%.
Couple of championship confirmations to talk about, Palmer.
Yeah, there is.
Let me just put this one in.
Can't remember who they are, but there is.
Reed Batty going to Berwick is one. He was really good in the Australian meetings.
Oh, who was there was another guy that I thought would have got a shot here. Oh, who is it?
Alex Adamson, he was good.
That's the one.
Yeah, he was very good as well. I'll tell you what, that Plymouth team could, that Berwick team, sorry, could do some damage.
I think that's a very, very good home team, and for me, that's probably the best 1 and 5 in the league.
Yeah.
I do think from like the position 2, 4, 6 and 7, it struggles a bit. Especially away.
Yeah, I think you may be right. Although Jack Smith has shown glimpses, and Reid Batty's really got nothing to lose. He's a trapper. He was trapping really well in those Aussie meetings that we watched.
Reid Batty's either going to turn out to be a Ryan Douglas-esque signing or a Jed List-esque signing. I don't think there'll be any in between.
No in between. Edinburgh's team is now complete. We've spoke about this already in a previous one. I don't think that's a team that will be successful. That 7 I don't think is particularly great. Dan Thompson's fantastic. I don't think there's much backup in there for him though.
Be alright at home. I think that's the case with most championship clubs this year. The away wins will be few and far between.
Yeah. Everyone's gone down the build strong to win at home, and what happens away will happen away.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Win big at home, put yourself in prime position for the aggregate point and damage limitation on the road. That's
the one, you've hit the nail on the head. Or, as we're talking about Speedway, you've hit the nail in the coffin.
That knockout cup draw, bad. We will look more in depth in these teams and in the predictions. Obviously, we spoke about Glasgow already as well. They were complete really early on. That's a solid enough team, I think, at home. Again, I think they'll take a couple of smashings on the road. That's not even a word. I think they'll get smashed a few times on the road.
Again, I think they look vulnerable at reserve, and they're, dare to say it, they're quite reliant on the newbies.
They are, yeah, and that's not a brilliant position to have to come into. Kevin Pedersen's decent enough, and Mario Howson I'm sure will be good as well, but having to come into a team where you really need to step up because the reserves can do it but aren't consistent enough at doing it.
And obviously Sam's just coming back from a pretty nasty injury.
Really awkward injury, yeah.
So you never know what the mindset's going to be like, especially going into a team where the second you sign on that dotted line there's extra pressure.
Oxford's team, I think the top 3 are probably the best in the league. I think as a trio, I think that's the best one in the league.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mitch McDermott and Luke Killeen. Mitch McDermott's form really tailed off, and I'm curious to see how Luke Killeen goes, not being at reserve. Darryl Richings, we saw what he can do when he was at Poole. I think, judging by what we saw of Darwood in the Aussie meetings, I think Darryl's going to have to really carry that reserve pairing. Because Darwood was awful.
This is what, Dale's 4th season over here now, 5th.
Yeah, and he's still on an average under 2.3. He's just not progressing, is he?
No, absolutely not.
And he was miles off the pace more often than not in the Australian meetings, and there were riders in there he should have been beating based on his experience, and he was way off it.
Yeah.
I don't think that Oxford team's very good as an overall team.
No, it's got good individuals in it, but as a team, that's nah.
And I think whoever wins the prelim out of Poole and Scunny will be rubbing their hands at facing that team as well.
I'm not rubbing my hands at facing that team, Bush.
Yeah, but there's a few riders there that don't particularly enjoy Scunny.
Like all of them.
Well, Sam Masters don't like it, but he did okay there. Last year now.
He's getting too good. We need to. Whenever we face Godfrey, if you're listening, whenever we face Oxford, we want it on a Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, where it's slick as out, dusty as out, because Sam Masters will just give up.
This is a team next that has been complete for a while as well. Was done just before Christmas. There's potential in Plymouth.
That team, that team could do some pivotal damage.
It could, and Daniel Klima was decent when he was there for the meetings he did before injury, and he starts at reserve. That's a big, and he's one of the better reserves in the league as well. Other than Ace has got a higher average, Scunny's number 6 has got a higher average, but then you've got Klima on his 4-point average, so he's the third highest average reserve.
And let's be honest, Klima's average will go up.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, I think
Then
Spencer's will as well. I think that's a track that will suit Spencer.
Then you've got who could come down.
Tobias Thompson, probably.
Joe. Either going to be Joe or Tobias.
Yeah. There's always going to be a good reserve there.
That could do a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite scared of that Plymouth team. I'm glad I don't have to face them in the cup.
That's Glasgow's job. Paul's team, Fraser Bowes is out with an injury now, and he's racing against time to be fit for the season. Could we see Paul make a temporary signing to cover for him early doors?
Sign Zane Kennedy. That wouldn't be a surprise, actually.
That wouldn't be a bad deal for either party, I don't think. Gives Fraser time to get fit, come in around May time when you're fully fit. You don't want to come back too soon right at the start of the season and be carrying a knock all season.
Question is, though, if you Matt and Danny Ford, if you sign that temporary replacement and that temporary replacement does very, very well, you're then left with the question of, well, he's done very, very well, and it would be unfair on him to sack him.
It's a bit like Paul with Darryl Richings. I think he did a solid enough job last season, but still left when his 28 days was up.
So yeah, it's a difficult one.
Redcar is an interesting one. It's a team with experience. Even the reserves, Jody Scott and Ace Piper, both really experienced at championship level now. There's a lot of pressure on Charles Wright because there's over 2 points back to the next highest average rider in Jake Allen, and Jason Edwards has got to step up to heat leader status. And there were points last season where Jason Edwards didn't look like a second string, let alone a heat leader.
How many times have I said over the years about Scunny that is the most Scunthorpe looking team going ever?
It's the most Redcar looking team.
That is the most Redcar looking team ever. It's a weird one. Obviously, I've got a lot of pals up at Redcar, and they're not that happy with the team. They don't think it's a very strong team. It's a team that all of them can improve.
I was just going to say that.
Righty.
I was going to say, yeah, the next one down, Jake Allen's 653. If he fires, he's better than that. It's the old Pool thing that they always say, sign riders that will improve averages. Other than Lawson, I think the Pool team can improve. It's the same for Redcar. I think other than Charles Wright, the entire Redcar team can improve their averages.
Honestly, I would not be surprised, and I'm not just saying this because he's a pal. Jake Allen could hit an 8-point average at Redcar.
Yeah, I think Jason with a clean bill of health steps up. Same for JJ. He races Redcar as well as anybody, so if he can have an injury-free season, he can up that 6 as well.
100%.
Scunny's team. You're always going to have to build a long tail when you've used Josh Pickering, who's used over a quarter of the points himself. Obviously 2 riders to be announced. We know who they are. They've not been confirmed yet, but if he rides Scunthorpe the way that he can ride Scunthorpe, the number 6 should mop up Heat 2s at home especially, but away as well. We should be mopping up Heat 2s.
We say this, but I have 2 words about this number 6. Selena Liebman. Say them 2 words to this rider, and you get the performance of a lifetime. Maybe that's why he was a bit shit this year.
Nobody said it to him.
Right, that's my new pre-meaty ritual now.
And the fifth highest average rider starts in the main body. Will be interesting to see how he goes as well. After not racing championship, or not racing much at all last year, injury cut his season short.
And the sad thing for that said rider is he did actually, before, when it gets announced and everybody jumps on the he said he wouldn't travel bandwagon, this rider had a team place lined up quite far up north. Which means going further than Scunny, so, you know, to any haters of this rider, go F yourselves.
Josh Pickering, and then you've got 5 points back to Michael Palm Toft as the second highest average. Toft is an enigma. You either get really good or really shit. There's no in between.
You get really good at Scunny, and then you get really shit. It's as simple as that. I think the stint at Edinburgh proved that last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it a smart signing? I don't know.
No,
Could we have got
it
better?
feels like a stopgap signing.
Well, you know, maybe it is.
Luke Harrison's going to have to step up. Connor Mountain is decent enough, but he's prone to a bad ride or two in a meeting as well. There's just a need for a little bit more consistency, and he's the third heat leader now. On an average under 6, he's their third heat leader, so he needs to step up.
I think Connor's definitely capable. But as you say, he just needs to do it on a more consistent basis. Connor's ridden with Pico before, so them two, they know how each other works, so that'll be good. And obviously, well, I think it's safe to say at this point at home, Luke is basically a heat leader.
Yeah.
I have no issues with that, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Ryan gets on this year. To be fair, he'll be fine.
He could be exciting, and a lot of the reserves are exciting. You know, you got Cooper Russian and Will Cairns at Poole, and Reed Batty at Berwick. Geordie Loftus, I think, will see better from him at Edinburgh. Darwood, I think, will be shit. I think he'll shit the bed, but yeah. Workington.
Do that, the bed will smell.
Workington. Signing one rider that's a little bit of a nightmare is bad enough, but signing 2 riders that you don't know how much commitment you're going to get, to me, seems like a really silly decision with Craig Cook and Troy Batchelor.
I think Workington know what they're going to get with Batch. At least you know Batch is going to turn up.
Yeah.
Whether he scores anything or not is another matter, but
you can't even guarantee that with Cookie.
I am excited about the new young Nicholas Holm Jakobsen. However, I have my concerns about him because he's riding in another 3 different leagues. Jepsen, solid enough number 1. If Tate and Cookie are partnered together, them two really enjoyed riding with each other, and that might give Cookie the kick up the backside that they need.
That's true. Maybe a 3 and 4 partnership there. I know it probably means putting Batch at 5, but
Batch at 5 is a lot better than a Batch at 1.
And Jonas is solid enough most places now. I think he'll lead from the front. I don't know if they've confirmed who captain will be yet, but I'd make Jonas Jepsen captain of that team as well.
It very much sounds like, judging by that very, very awkward interview, I don't know if you've watched it, but judging by that very awkward interview they did with Craig Cook, he isn't the captain.
Yeah, I don't think he should be either. I don't think Batch should be. For me, it should either be Tate or Jonas, but I think it will probably be Jonas. Down the order, Vinnie Ford, we saw what he could do there in that individual meeting where he, was it the under-21s?
Something like that.
Under-19s, one of them anyway. He was leading it, he was so close to winning it, and then he stacked it and Luke won it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember now.
Was it the under 21s? I think it was the under 21s.
19s.
Under 19s.
19s.
Under 19. There we go.
Yeah. Again, I think Vinny's a rider on the upward spiral, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him as a stepping rising star in the Premiership this year.
And they've got.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see him step up if one of them doesn't perform or anything, or guests are needed or whatever. And Workington have got 2.25 left for that final rider. So who could it be?
I wonder which rider that would be. I mean, we basically know who it is, but we don't want to give it out to you people.
And we've had the major events stages confirmed, with the under 21s going to Redcar and the under 19s at Plymouth. That's two very different tracks.
Why? Why have they given it to Plymouth? Did they not see how bad the qualifier for the under 21s was?
Yeah. And we've got tracks announced for the British Youth as well, which is going to be 9 rounds this season. Glasgow get 2 rounds, because of course they do. And then Bellevue, Buxton, Edinburgh, Leicester, Oxford, Redcar and Workington have also announced that they're going to be hosting rounds. It's good to see that that's continuing.
Yeah, British Youth meetings can be quite entertaining. To be fair, I would say I'm disappointed Scunny out in there, but I think for youth development we already do enough.
With the amateur meetings and stuff like that, I think you're probably right on that regard.
And the costs of running the meetings.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's fun times if you're a youth rider this day and age.
And it's
got more opportunities than ever.
You have, yeah, and 2 rounds of Glasgow. It's a pain, but it's a nice track, and it's a track that should learn a lot riding.
I've just got the press release thingy up here. They're not doing 2 separate rounds.
Oh, it's 2 on the same day?
It's one big round. It's 1 round, but because of the 4 categories, so it'll be like almost like 2 double headers. So they'll have a main meeting, then the youth 500 and 125 open, and then 250 and 125 support in after another meeting.
That's a bit more sensible.
Bit like how Scudder used to do it.
Yeah. Do we think there'll be another British semi-final to determine your British final qualifiers? I don't know if that's been announced or not. There should be.
I'll have a look, but
I've not seen that announced.
Oh my god.
What?
I've just clicked on the news tab on the British Speedway website and my boss is on there.
Oh.
Lovely. And he don't even look happy about it.
Would you be happy being on there at the moment after the bad press feedback over the last 24 hours or so?
I mean, I was on it a couple of years ago when Paul Wood at Scunny showing me arse crack, so... but... No. The British Under-21 final qualifier is going to take place at Leicester. But there's nothing about a proper British semi-final, and...
There should be. There should be one.
There should be one.
There probably won't.
Have we got enough British riders in the league to qualify?
Yeah.
To do it?
More than enough, I think. You seed your top so many through, your top 8 through, and 8 qualifying spots available. I think that's the way it should be. Will it? Probably not. They'll probably pick the faces that fit. We've learned to establish that's how it works with British Speedway. If your face fits.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, let's be honest here. This new 8% off rule in the championship, that's got to suit a certain criminal right down to the ground, and he's hell bent on being a British champion, according to the Speedway Star. So that's clearly that person's way to glory.
Yeah. Oh dear. See, we're getting close to the season, but there are still things that aren't sitting right, I think.
The fact we haven't got the fixtures yet is concerning.
Yeah, we're nearly in February and the fixtures aren't done. There's a TBC team in the Premiership. There's a TBC competition in the Premiership. We've just had the National League AGM.
To be fair, the National League AGM's always this sort of time of year. So that bit's nothing new.
But they don't normally have to accept new teams into the league or confirm teams dropping out, coming in, etc. This year they've had to do a fair bit of that.
But yeah,
it's going to be an interesting season.
But I mean, BSPA pals, if you are listening, can you hurry up and get the fixtures out so I can start planning like holidays and stuff?
Yeah, it's not ideal. Yet clubs are putting season tickets up. How can you put season tickets up for sale when you don't know the fixtures? And some people don't even know the teams.
Like us. But yeah, again, you know, you thought it's. I know a couple of championship clubs put the season tickets on sale just before Christmas. The championship, though, hasn't been the problem.
Premiership has.
Yeah, I mean, us in the championship, we know what we're doing. But
we've had a question coming from Mark Dale. Who is going to be the last Bellevue rider to be announced? Who do you think Ipswich will look like? The last Bellevue rider I'd expect to be Brady Kurtz. His number fits there perfectly.
I don't know. I'll be honest.
Although, have you heard the Ty Wolfenden interview in the Star where he was interested in British Speedway and no offers came to him?
No, well, I say I haven't read it. I looked at the pictures because I can't be asked to read all that.
Yeah.
Although I did. Again, I don't like giving rumours out and putting 2 and 2 together and making 854. But all I'm saying is, rumoured Ipswich buyers run GP.
Yes.
Ty Wolfenden in GP.
I
Ty
think
Wolfenden no UK yet.
I'd suspect Jamin Lindsay will be at Ipswich.
I'm just putting 2 and 3 together and making 9.
I think Jamin Lindsay's there. I think you might be right. I think we could see Ty Wolfenden there. Luke Becker, possibly.
Although
we're facing a thing where Luke Becker, the next big American prospect, isn't racing over here.
Although, if you listen to all the rumours, there's big money going in at Ipswich, and they're basically replacing Doyley and Emil with another 2 big money GP riders. So,
do you think there's a world where Doyley and or Emil may have a U-turn, and once everything's settled, and do you think the new owners would approach them?
Doyley, yeah.
Mhm.
Emil, I don't think that would happen this year. And I'm only basing that off the fact that Doyley lives half hour away from Ipswich.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I think Tom Brennan will be there as well. So I think JMO and Tom Brennan are the 2 I'd probably pin my hat to at the moment. I don't think Adam Ellis is guaranteed a spot. I think he would have been had it still been Chris Louis and Richie Hawkins. It's not. I don't think he's guaranteed a spot there.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe a Ty Wolfenden, but again, there's rumours of 2 big money riders from GPs potentially being there.
Here's one for you. to go back to a second stint at Ipswich. Richard Lawson.
He's not got a Premiership team yet, and he doesn't fit into the Bellevue plans, not unless they want to be right under the limit. So it's Ipswich or nothing for old Rich.
Or Northampton. I mean, what?
Well, there's still a lot to be confirmed there. I could see a title finding there if they were to come in.
That's... And again, we all have to take what Speedway promoters say with a pinch of salt. And if you're a boring dickhead like me that sat and watched and listened to the 360 interview with Godfrey over the weekend, I don't normally listen to him, but Godfrey was on it, so I thought I'd better give it a listen just in case he bad-mouthed me. Knobhead. But there are two possible extra Premiership teams, and he believes that 90%. He believes that one of them will be there 90%, and the other one 99%.
I'd imagine the higher odds would be with Northampton.
Now, all I'm saying is the Scunthorpe promoter has said that. Is he going to double up and do a team in the top league?
With the way he's built his Scunny team, with it being budget apart from Pico, I don't think he does. I don't think his wallet would let him. I don't think he'd want to deal with open wallet surgery.
If he was to get a sponsor who the owner was very, very close in with Scunthorpe when this person was a racer that funded it all, I could see it potentially happening.
Could that be the one who was going to partner up with him to buy Sheffield by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah, that fella from AB Cruisers.
That's a one.
Yeah, maybe, because they were very interested in Sheffield, and Damien Bates changed his mind in the end, but they were interested.
It is not within the realms of possibility.
That'd be interesting. That'd be one to keep an eye on. They're cutting it short if that does happen, though. We've got another couple of questions. Mark again says, looking at the Championship teams, who do you think is the strongest? Tune back in when we do our predictions, because we'll go through that in some detail, and that's coming up soon. It'll probably be on a Tuesday night as well, to be honest. Because our Thursdays are booked out for the foreseeable future with interviews. Westlake, can anyone confirm if Dan Winchester is signed to manage the team yet? I haven't seen anything. No, he's not.
Not yet. It's still to be announced.
And Luke 42628 says thoughts on Berwick for 2026. You say this a lot. That's a good-looking team on paper, but an injury to the wrong rider derails it, and Berwick usually get that.
They do, but for me, that's a very, very solid home team.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom four might give them a few batterings away, but it's a good home team.
I think that's a team to be watched. You can't. It's a bit like Plymouth. You can't sleep on that team.
No, exactly that.
And if they do get some luck with riders staying fit and no injuries, that's a team that could do some damage.
Oh, 100%, sir. 100%.
We've ran long because, we always run long. We've gone for 45 minutes. We were planning to do 20 minutes on. We'll wrap this up now. We're back in 48 hours time, just under, with Jody Scott joining us live on Thursday from 7 o'clock for a chinwag about his last season and his coming season. So that's one to look forward to, and we will have him this week. The technical issues have been resolved. The new computer is doing its job. We're still talking with Cooper Russian to get him on, and he's interested in coming on with us. So that's one we're confident will get done. But our next few Thursdays were already booked up prior to that one, so it's probably going to be towards the end of February that Cooper joins us.
But yeah, we have got him coming back on. Do not panic.
And we've got some really good guests coming up actually as well. We've got a team manager, we've got a couple of other riders, as well.
We're about to start our red car frenzy, aren't we?
We are about to start our red car frenzy, yeah.
Up the bears.
Do you want to wrap us up for this one, Bush?
So, he's been Dylan, I've been Dan.
You had to remember my name then, didn't you? You had to remember that I wasn't Dan, that you were Dan.
I had to remember what my own bloody name was. Never mind. Well, he's been Dylan, I've been Dan. That's been a roundup of British Speedway. I'm off to go watch the Knockout Cup draw again and have some guilty time.